Time now to check out Honda's highly anticipated follow-up to its V-twin custom, the heavyweight contender VTX1300. Back in 2001, Honda stepped into the cruiser ring with a big bore 1800, and Honda fans liked what they saw, especially its punch. Based on that success, this summer Honda unveiled yet another VTX, this one designed to take a shot at the light heavyweight division. It's powered by a 1,312cc liquid-cooled 52-degree V-twin. But unlike its fuel-injected Big Bro, this VTX gets its juice via a single 38mm CV carb. You'll also notice that the big bazooka exhaust pipe found on the 1800 has been swapped with some chrome dualies. Still, the VTX family genes have definitely been passed down. Just ask the guy who sampled the original VTX 1800 for us 2 years ago. Valkyrie owner Dave Fox.
Now the big focus with the 1800 was the size of that engine and how that engine worked. It was fuel injected, it had big cylinders. This one's got a standard carb, the cylinders are a little smaller, but Honda's done something a little different with the offset of the crank pins and the offset of the crankcase, if you will. So, tell us a little bit about the characteristics of this motor.
Whatever they've done, it's really neat because for those who like that Milwaukee sound, it definitely has it, even more than the 1800 did. When you're idling, there's a bit of a vibration, but it's not an irritating vibration. It's just that solid thump, thump, thump is there. Yeah. And interesting, when you get up to 80, 90, 100 clicks, all of a sudden the bike smooths right out. No vibration in the mirrors at all at 100 kilometers cruising along. Yeah. But once again, when you do get that vibration at the lower speeds, it's not. I didn't find it irritating. It's just a little bit there, as you would expect, of course, in a twin with the size motor. Yeah.
Now the big brother, the VTX 1800, has linked brakes. A lot of weight to it as well. This one does not come with linked brakes. How did you find it in terms of stopping?
The stopping ability I felt was still there. I understand it's about 50 pounds lighter, so whether that helps make a little adjustment to or not, there's a good large disc on the front for sure, and whenever I had to clamp on for whatever reason, there was lots of stopping power there, so I didn't feel as though I was out of control at any time.
What do you think of the styling of this bike? I mean, we keep talking about the big brother, the 1800, with that headlight. They've carried that over, but I mean, just to look at the crankcase, the cylinders, I just think it's really pretty.
I like the VTX look, first introduced 2 years ago with the 1800. They've kept it. As I mentioned earlier, when you stand back, you don't really know whether this is the 1800 or the 1300 until you look at the tank badge. Beautiful bike. Again, low slung, simple, clean, lots of chrome, well put together. It's a beautiful bike. It's just a real showpiece.
You wouldn't know it's liquid cooled.
No, and I've had several bikes that have had rads in them, and of all the bikes that I've seen, this one is well hidden back inside the frame there. And it's a case where I actually forgot it was water cooled. There's enough chrome here to have the mirror to get dressed in the morning, there's no doubt about it. And I do love chrome, and there's lots of it on this bike. This particular model is beautiful color, and it's just a very pretty bike, and it's just a real eye catcher. I use my test when I ride through Main Street in a small town, and if people look, I know that that's what people like, and it worked, and this bike worked because I had people looking at me.
But it's not just a matter of this bike having an abundance of chrome, it's also really well done. Would you not agree that the quality of the fit and finish on this bike is next to none?
I would suggest that too, David. You're right, it is a good deep finish to it, for sure.
Yeah. Anything disappoint you with this motorcycle?
To be honest, no. I've ridden some other cruiser bikes, and not really. I mean, if I had a choice between the 1800 and the 1300, I would probably take this one because of my stature, because I was even more comfortable, because I was a little bit more maneuverable, but that's, again, a personal opinion based on my size.
So what's your slogan for this bike? How would you describe it?
Well, I would describe it as being a chrome-laden cruiser, and one that looks like it's ready to rip, ready to go, even when it's sitting still. And as I found out, when you turn the key and press the button, it is ready to go, and it is fun to ride.
Thanks, Dave. And remember, if you want to read a full review of the VTX 1300S, be sure to check out Inside Motorcycles magazine or stop by InsideMotorcycles.com.